everyone, it's Louise and James from the Property Education Company, and today we're going to be talking about cybersecurity, especially the importance when it comes to dealing with mortgage brokers or finance in general, because it's so crucial to keep yourself safe when you're looking at either getting a mortgage or applying for a loan in any capacity, because it's a very tumultuous time a lot of the time with your banking details in particular. So, Louise, I know we've gone through this a lot previously, but I want to know a bit more. What are the best tips you can do for when it comes to cybersecurity?
Great, James. Well, first up, when you're looking at a website and when you're dealing with people, have a look to make sure it has HTTPS. So I'll give you an example for ours. So as you can see in the top of the bar here, HTTPS means it's a secure website. So that's quite important when you're looking and dealing with people so that they actually have proper security around their documents. So go for it, check out our website. However, I want to mention that we use an online portal, which is a secure portal just for collecting documents. Now, a lot of people say, oh, just email me. And I get it. It's easier often to think. However, it's a lot more likely that you will get scammed if they catch something in email. So we prefer the online portal because it's more secure for you, but I understand the issue, but be very careful when you're sending details and documents. Make them into a PDF as an attachment rather than just sending free details all through your email with your account details and whatever. I hate receiving account details because I'm always very wary about that. The next thing I want you to do is on all your accounts have two-factor authentication. Everyone knows this makes a huge difference to the amount of scams that go on. So reduce the chance of that by having two-factor on all your accounts. I sometimes get a request and it comes through as a request for two-factor and I know it's not me. So it's easy to deflect and they can't get into my documents at all. Keep your software updated is number 4. It's really important. You'll see them on their computers and it says update software up in the top right-hand corner. Make sure you do that because the software's been updated for a reason because there's maybe some security breach or issue and so they're trying to protect you as well.
I did that just before we jumped on Zoom.
Oh, did you? I'm glad to hear it. Also, one really good idea is to change your passwords every year. I usually get a password for the year and then try and use that for everything new so that it turns over your passwords and that helps a lot. Beware of phishing scams. So we would never request any money. Never request any money via just send us money, here's the account details in an email. So be very wary about that if you get that sort of request from a broker because it sounds wrong and it's probably a scam.
And if you ever do, please check with us if you ever feel like, hey, well, we got this email, we thought it was from you, we just want to confirm this, always ask and we'll pick up the phone.
Yeah, exactly. And protecting your personal information, the best way can be to monitor your credit report. So you can actually have an alert made on your credit report or you can lock your credit file for a period of a year or 2 and then you'll have to redo it. But you can get it monitored so that anytime someone applies for credit on your file, you know about it first. And it's a paid service, but it's probably worth doing. And I like to know because then I can see whatever's going on in my file. So just some tips to help you protect yourself from scams, particularly in this day and age when people are losing money left, right and centre and it's very difficult. And I recently travelled overseas and I thought, oh, I've done pretty well. I got away with nothing. And I got home and American Express called me and said, did you make a £400 purchase at a menswear shop in London? I said, it's unlikely. And they said, no, it probably wasn't you. We've even cancelled it off your card, but now I just want to cancel your card altogether because they've got your number somehow, which was fascinating. And I hadn't even known anything about it, but someone had used the card somewhere and taken my number. But the bank, American Express, was straight onto it. So I was very grateful and they sorted it very quickly. And none of the others, I had no other issue when using debit cards. So that was interesting.
So keep in mind that a lot of the banks are on the side of security. They do usually have your back and they will monitor your transactions. And if they think something's a bit dodgy, they usually let you know. But keep an eye on your own accounts. You can't just rely on the bank.
Yeah, then that was great. So they automatically cancelled the card and sent me a new one straight away. So that was marvelous, really.
We'll suggest one thing on that. For a lot of our clients who are traveling, a really useful tip is to get yourself a travel card. So here in Australia, you can get either a travel card from all sorts of different lenders, or you can get one from the post office. You can deposit money onto that with the currency that you're traveling to in that particular country, and then secure on one card. So they're not going to access to your main accounts because it's all deposited onto a single card.
And there are two banks in Australia where you can withdraw money from your savings accounts here without penalties at ATMs overseas. And one is Bankwest and the other is ING. So both of those were useful. And what I do is keep my money separate, but transfer in, say, $1,000 when I need it, and then I can just withdraw that. So there's hardly any money on that card anyway. And then I can just withdraw it when I'm overseas. And there's no transfer fees, or not transferring the currency. It's only as you use it, and it's still in Australian dollars. So that's great. It's very useful. So I hope that was helpful from a cyber point of view. And if you have any other questions, don't hesitate to call.
Keep in mind, we are not cyber experts. If you're really looking to take charge of your cybersecurity, best to reach out to a few companies who specialize in that. And if you need any guidance on that, we can give you a few suggestions. However, like I said, we're not cybersecurity experts. So always talk to your bank. Remember to change your passwords. That's the no-brainer. And just keep an eye on your finance. And if you have any questions about any stage of finance, either if it's from the bank or from a mortgage broker, always reach us. But if you don't feel like it came from a trustworthy transaction or a trustworthy message, always reach out to the people who sent it independently of the people who contacted you, just to be on the safe side.
Terrific. Have a great week, everyone.
We'll see you next time. Bye.